If you're an artist, chances are you're posting on Instagram stories. But let's be real, are you actually turning those views into streams? Today, we're going to break down a super simple 15-second formula designed to do exactly that. Let's dive in.
So, let's be honest for a second. Are your stories just kind of random? A few clips of your day, maybe a quick screenshot of your new song? Look, if you're posting without a clear goal, you're not just adding to the noise. You're missing a massive opportunity to connect with the people who matter most. The main issue here is something we can call the story problem. Way too many artists treat their stories just like another post or another reel, and that is a fundamental misunderstanding of what they're for. To see why, we've got to break down the real difference between them. Okay, this is absolutely crucial. Think of your reels and your posts as your megaphone, right? They're all about discovery, helping new people find you for the very first time. But stories? Their goal is completely different. Stories are built for action. They're based on the relationship you already have with your followers, and their entire job is to get those people to do something. So why are stories so good at this? Well, it really comes down to three key things. First, they just feel personal. They're intimate. Second, that 24-hour lifespan creates this natural sense of urgency. You got to see it before it's gone. And finally, they live at the very top of the app. It's the first thing your most dedicated followers see. You just can't get more prime real estate than that. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now for the solution. And the good news? It's not some complex, drawn-out marketing plan. It's a simple, repeatable formula that fits perfectly inside a single 15-second story. The entire strategy, it all boils down to just three simple steps. Hook, emotion, and action. That's it. This is the core of everything. First, you grab their attention. Then, you make them feel a real connection. And finally, you tell them exactly what to do next. Let's break down how you can nail this in just 15 seconds. All right, let's get tactical. We're going to map this formula directly onto the 15-second timeline of a story so you can see exactly how it all fits together, second by second. The pacing here is everything. You have just 3 seconds to land that hook. The next 7 seconds are all about building an emotional connection. And in those final 5 seconds, you drive them to take action. Every single second has a specific job to do. Let's start with the most critical part, the hook. You are literally fighting against the thumb swipe. In those first 3 seconds, your one and only job is to give the viewer a reason to stop scrolling. If you fail here, the rest of it doesn't even matter. So how do you do it? It's actually pretty simple. Don't use a slow intro. No way. Jump right into the best part of your song. The drop, the chorus, that one killer lyric. Use some bold visuals and maybe overlay a question to spark their curiosity. Make them feel like they just have to see what's next. Okay, you hooked them. They've paused their scroll. Now, from second 3 to 10, your job is to create an emotional connection. This is where you stop just playing music and you start sharing its story. This is all about adding what we call emotional context. Don't just say, new song out now. Tell them why you wrote it. Who is this song for? Is it for a late night drive? A tough breakup? Give them a specific feeling, a specific situation to connect the music to, and it'll instantly become so much more meaningful to them. And this brings us to the final, and I mean crucial step, action. You've hooked them. You've made an emotional connection. Now it's time to channel that energy. You have to tell them exactly what you want them to do next. This is your call to action, or CTA, and you have to be crystal clear about it. Use that link sticker and literally add text that says tap here to listen. Ask them to pre-save. Use a poll, like will you be listening? Don't be subtle. Directness is what drives results.
Great. So now you have the 15-second formula. But a single, perfect story isn't enough. To get real, tangible results, you need to turn this simple formula into a consistent strategy.
You know, the real key to converting your followers into listeners is repetition. I mean, think about it. How many times do you need to see an ad before you even consider buying something? Music is no different. One story is so easily missed or forgotten. It's those multiple, consistent reminders that actually get people to click. So how often should you actually be posting? Well, during a release cycle, the sweet spot is somewhere between 3 and 8 stories a day. Now, that might sound like a lot, but by using this hook, emotion, action formula, you can create a bunch of varied, engaging stories that don't feel spammy at all. And as you build out this strategy, please be sure to avoid these common conversion killers. A video with no text on it is basically a silent movie for most viewers.
A missing link or one that's hard to find is a dead end. And as we just talked about, posting once and then just stopping, that's the biggest mistake of all.
We're almost at the end here, and I want to leave you with one final, really powerful mindset shift. It's about changing your entire goal for how you use Instagram stories in the first place.
The goal is not views. It is not likes. It's conversion. And what is conversion? It's simply the act of turning someone who is passively watching your content into someone who is actively listening to your music on a streaming platform. That is the only metric that truly matters.
This is the key takeaway. Let this one sink in. Stop chasing virality with your stories. That's what Reels are for. Stories are a targeted, surgical tool. They're for conversion. Use them to nurture the audience you already have and drive them to the place your music actually lives.
So I'll leave you with this question. Think about it right now. What is the single most important action you want your audience to take after seeing your next story? Define that, build your 15-second formula around it, and start turning those views into loyal listeners.